Hello, water signs, what? How are we doing? So I'm at work, I'm in my new space, and Mark and Sherry gave me this little doodad to put my phone in. It changes with the light. It's like the coolest thing ever. They're totally getting me with the what's in the know, right? So I wanted to come to work, and since I don't have any clients just yet, I figured we would go ahead and rock star and try to get some of my YouTube weeklies in, right? So first out, water signs, right? You're going through this real emotional process, right? This spiral of getting down to the rawness of your emotions, which we've been going through for this last week. And so that's what this hump is for this next week in your energies. Because for heart chakra energy, I pulled 2 cards for you. The first one was disengage from the outcomes. Let go so you can open yourself to the highest love that you deserve. Find ways to release worry and any unresolved lack of forgiveness that you might still be holding on to, right? So this is very much you being in your emotions, really trying to balance it out, right? Because there's the yin-yang energies. Balance out your emotions, right? This is very much purging, right? This is what we were doing, that whole shadow dive and getting to the rawness in our energy was all about. That's been coming up in podcast and in the dailies that I've been putting out on Mystic Karma. You also have be insightful and established. Ground and rebalance your energies and bring your awareness into the now, right? This is about being present in our emotions and not keep recycling back to what we've already been trying to cut and get out of, right? Rather than allowing it to occupy, right, the past or your future, right? So this is very much that shedding energy because it really reflects in your cards that you have here. Outside of your heart chakra energy, where you are in your flow for the rest of this week, right? And so the first card that you have out is the way of faith. Let faith be your guide, right? And with me, that I feel this as very much the emotions that you're releasing, really trying to pull this energy through truth and clarity and ground it, right? Which is why earth signs have been in ground and center. We also have life's purpose. Seek your own deeper vision of life, right? So quit cupping, right? This is you guys cupping. Stop that. Quit cupping your emotions, right? It is about seeing what you want for the future, right? Because your grounding energies for overall where you are here is facing your fears with you are unique, be yourself, everyone else is taken, right? So you have your own soul's journey that you're supposed to be following. It's very methodical, which is why you're doing that spiral, because you're going beyond the ego, right? Beyond the ego is surrender to the flow of life. And again, see, here's very much that shadow energy of just making these constant deep dives into that root chakra energy, the solar plexus, allowing heart chakra emotion to really just kind of shine through in where you are for this week. Because when you're in surrender, you have surrender with joy. Achieve greatness through surrender, right? Because when you allow everything to come into you, it's coming into you in your energy, right? Because you're just allowing yourself to freely be in surrender of whatever happens, happens. Because we're still doing small amounts of 8 of Cups energy when we start putting our puzzle pieces in, which is why that triggers you guys to go deeper in your emotions. So I really feel for water signs that I want to clarify with my Starman Tarot, because this is really about the frequency that I'm feeling in heart chakra energy for the water signs. So we're going to clarify that way. So what do we need to know in this disengage from outcomes and be insightful and established, right? Because that's where your heart chakra is pulling you into these emotions. So disengage from the outcome. Spirit is telling you you haven't been working on your fires, passions, and desires, right? Because you have the Princess of Wands, right, in reverse. And for me, that's just, it's almost like you're doing such a massive amount of releasing your energy in heart chakra that's why Spirit is saying, hey, Be insightful and established. Don't keep cupping life's purpose here. You got to keep making forward movement as you're releasing these shadow energies and doing the deep dive to get into that rawness, right? Because then you have the Prince of Cups and the Eight of Swords, right? And so this is very much, see, and that's how I feel it, this frequency. It's like all this. That's why my water signs, my intuitives, my mystics, my empaths, right? That's why you guys feel the changes within the moon cycles, because it's very much putting you in heart chakra for this forward movement, which is why Spirit has had you. You've been feeling, right, stagnant and stuck and haven't been able to move forward. But Spirit's saying that's because they're trying to send you the messages that you need to be able to clarify, right? Messages are coming in. Right, because within your Prince of Cups here, right, it's very much there's a letter that's sitting right here that he's reaching for under this light, right? So there's something that's coming to light when you're doing this deep dive, going through this transformation of your emotions, right? Because the letter is sitting on top of two skulls underneath a cup and a light, right? Shining the light on the situation. So within this way of faith, right, being able to move forward, let's see what Spirit's trying to tell you this week with every step counts, with you just allowing yourself to be in surrender. Yeah, learning how to ground and center and be focused, right? Plugged into that hotline. Hello, bring with the divine here, grounding and center in this energy, because you are getting ready to bring this information down and birth it, right? Which would make sense why in podcast for today's energy, it was very much earth signs were in Empress energy, birthing the frequencies that we feel. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Okay, so let's find out about your life's purpose here, seeking a different vision, right? This is very much that emotional vision of where you see yourself for the future, not cupping life's purpose, really getting down to the emotions and making the movement, right, for the things that fill your heart, right, that ignite that passion, that fire, that desire. All right. Yeah. Oh, snap. This is beautiful. Okay, so within you allowing yourself to be in surrender, right? This is going through that ego dive here, which is why you have Beyond the Ego, right? See, that's what it looks like to me when these two cards are together. See, she's walking into it, being in surrender of the emotions, right? Letting go of ego, right? So within that energy, you have, when you uncup and go through the raw emotions, right, this week, really putting yourself in forward movement, seeing it, right, then that puts you in balance and gives you the Chariot energy, which is what is going to allow you to move in that forward energy and forward present motion, right? Keeping every day, waking up, understanding what we do today is what is bettering our tomorrow, right? So it's then making, what are we doing today that's going to change what's going on in tomorrow's energy, so we can pick up that frequency, right? Which then you move it forward, because here it is, you've taken your power back, you have again balanced out your emotions, your heart and ego, right? Which is why you were in the Hanged Man position, really looking for that sense of movement, how you wanted to move this, because it's been slow, steady, and methodical, which I understand this movement because that's how I move. I'm an earth sign. And so the Knight of Pentacles is very much how I move in this. It has to make sense to me in heart chakra, in my mind, for me to see it, feel it, hear it, reclaim those messages, and then move it forward, right? Which is why you have the Knight of Pentacles. It's about healing, feeling the vibration through music, slow, steady, methodical, grounding, rooting energies, right? Really moving forward into this ego energy, because as it's sitting down, it's moving right in, right? Slow, steady process of moving right in to this ego trigger. So when you do that, my beautifuls, it takes us to the 10 of Pentacles, which is what we want. We want to close out the old lack cycle, and we want to step into new, abundant, beautiful, stable fruitation, right, in our emotions, something that we can work on, which is why you're doing the shadow dive in this release of being an ego, right? Because when you get out of that ego, you are now in the flow of surrender, right? So then it's just like pulling all this energy in and kind of making you go down into this. That's why this is all red here. See, there's that that Princess of Wands in reverse, right? This is that Page of Wands, that fire, that passion, that desire that you guys have not been putting yourself into, right? All right, so what are we giving up in ego? Let's find out that. What is it that we are surrendering to, going beyond the ego for the water signs? Truth and clarity with the 9 of Pentacles, right? This is the truth and clarity of the frequencies of heart and ego coming together, right? Getting the information, right? This is very, I'm sitting in goosies. This is very intense. The truth and clarity of the emotions, which then gives you that stable, beautiful abundance. See, here's that pre-Empress energy, which is exactly what you have with this Princess of Pentacles, right? Getting ready to birth and being connected to the divine to bring down that information, going with the way of faith, right? Temperance energy, balancing out your emotions. Because the 9 of Pentacles is very much stable, right? It's not codependent on anything. It's really moving in your own flow, building and creating within yourself how you want happiness to be, which is why you're going into the ego, which is what gives us the 10 of Pentacles. So keep doing the deep dive water signs, because that's how the collectives are able to feel it, because you're bringing it down in a frequency of truth and clarity, right? Which is why you've been triggered to take the walk in the ego. So let's find out what we're going to accomplish when we're in the surrender with joy energy, right? Really allowing these energies to now just kind of come into us in our vibration. All right, so when you're in surrender, oh yeah, see, it leaves you in the 4 of Swords. See, here's that time out, really taking your time to pull your energy and only making movement that fills your passions, your soul, your ignition, right, of heart chakra energy for that alignment. Meditation for the water signs too is very important. So when we have surrender with joy, right, we're achieving greatness through being in surrender. That's the victory. That's the 6 of Wands energy, which is, here's temperance, which is exactly how I felt it. Being able to work with Archangel Michael himself, right? You got the highest of the high guides coming down saying, look, we got to clear this, take our power back. Make sure that we are walking in truth and clarity, right? Because that's the information that's coming down. That's why you are plugged into that energy here, right? That hotline, being able to manifest through what it is that you're feeling and seeing, which is why you have 10 of Pentacles, right? With the sacred clown, see, it brings in new beginnings. It brings in the new beginnings. And look, here's all of our chakras just really kind of coming through, spiritual connection, right? Really taking that leap of faith to be able to move forward, especially since you're working with Archangel Michael. I mean, for real, it gives us the Ace of Cups, right? An overflow of emotion, a new beginning, right? Here is the fulfillment, filling up your cup, right? It's been about filling up your cup, getting rid of shadow energy and moving into the new emotions, the frequency that's been coming, which is why you did all this deep dive work. Because then we have the King of Pentacles energy, right? Earth energies, being able to ground, right? See, he's sitting here, he's got this little anchor, right, that's being anchored into the ground and center. So the earth signs are coming in and grounding and centering this energy, which is why we're able to just kind of root what it is. We see the vision, right? You tell us the vision, you've cleared it, now you're ready for soul's purpose. You tell us the vision, we ground it, we root it, and we put it out there and manifest it, which is why you're setting yourself up for pre-Empress energy, with the Two of Cups, because you want something equally giving and receiving, right? And see, and that's why I feel like the wall has been taken down, right? You're starting to really feel the frequencies of heart, which is why you were triggered into that deep dive and that Nine of Pentacles energy with the Ace of Swords, right? Truth and clarity coming down. So now you're breaking the walls in front of heart chakra, so you can start bringing, not to mention in podcast today, it was about gathering, right? That was Spirit's message for the water signs, was all about gathering in our energy. It's all coming together. Soul tribe, the hits, the gathering, right? The intuition, which is why you got to take that time, right? Equally giving and receiving. And I love this, which then gives us the Seven of Cups, because then you're able to see the options and the things that are coming around us, right? Going through rebirth. Why are we Eight of Cups in things? Why is this emotion making me feel a specific way? Why is this happening, right? It's really, I love this energy, actually. It's really beautiful, because that's what's happening when you're in surrender. And for people like me, I mean, I've had this hard time where trying to keep myself in surrender, because then I feel like, oh, I could be doing this, or I could be doing that, or why am I not? Because I'm so used to being on the go, right? On the go, on the go, on the go, trying to get all these things set up. And then I started to be just like, oh my God, okay, Four of Swords, I need to rethink how we're doing this, because that's how I work best, being methodical and strategic in the way that I'm planning, or the way I'm building, or the collectives I'm bringing in, and which ones are for what, and right? So that's that energy where I feel like every step counts. It doesn't matter, as long as we're making a forward movement, everything just kind of falls in our lap, right? Because we've already healed those emotions and can't be triggered by the shitty shit anymore. So let's get you a quick message here from Spirit, water signs, on where we are, because this is actually a really beautiful reading for you, and I love it very much. So your overall ending energy is: beauty raises my vibration. I seek it out for healing and joy. See, it's about seeking out what you want in your life's path, right? Which is why you've done the work with the life's purpose. What do you see yourself moving into the future? How do you see it, right? So you have, I explore my wildness and I dance with pleasure. Nine of Pentacles energy. It's really, see, and that Prince of Pentacles here, right? Really feeling the vibration, healing the heart chakra energy through music, because again, that's what gives you the Ten of Pentacles, the closure and new beginnings of a new cycle. I will not remain stuck and choose change. There's that Eight of Swords energy that you were feeling here in this I can't move forward in heart chakra, right? Because that was what was going through with your heart chakra energy when we clarified. So forward movement. I enjoy the serendipity of life. The unexpected can be wonderful. See, there's that Ten of Pentacles. I love it. I flow towards my goal, and I am strongly protected as I go, because you also have Temperance energy. Working with the divine, working with Archangel Michael, right? Exploring who you are, being an empath, an intuitive, a healer, whatever it is, you're really allowing yourself to be in surrender and allow Archangel Michael to come in and heal heart chakra and give you that path forward, because that's the next puzzle piece that we need, water signs, this week. I love this energy so much. We're going to go ahead and pull a unicorn oracle. So we have partnership. Teamwork will give you a better result. Find trustworthy people that you can partner with, right? And build up a talented support team. And I love this, because that's exactly why you're manifesting with that Two of Cups, equally giving and receiving energies. This is what I want, and the players that are going to play in my field need to be able to accomplish these goals that I have, right? Because I see it, right? And I want to get there, so I have to be careful who I'm surrounding my energy with. I need to make sure that they are here for my benefit, and I am here for their benefit, right? Equally giving and receiving in this partnership. That's a partnership. So much peace, so much love. I love you guys. I'll see us next week.